Hey everyone, every day a lot of chemicals are being handled. Some chemicals are safe, some are toxic, corrosive, and even poisonous. In this session of safety series, we will go through the basic idea about chlorine gas, its properties, its industrial uses, its health hazards, and the most importantly, its safety measures. So, let's begin with the important points which will be explained in few couple of minutes. As per the objectives of the session, we will focus on majorly following topics like properties of chlorine, industrial uses and its threshold limits, leakage concentration, routes of entry or exposure, health hazards, first aid measures, PPE, and what are the safe practices which should be adopted while dealing with the chlorine gas. As per the properties of chlorine gas, at normal pressure it is gas, but under pressure it is liquid. Regarding color, gaseous color is yellow, but liquid chlorine is amber color. That means between yellow and orange. As per the toxicity, it is toxic, suffocating, and pungent. That means very sharp taste or smell. And as per solubility, it is slightly soluble in water. Wet chlorine is very corrosive in nature, and chlorine is 2.5 times heavier than air. Always remain at ground level in case of leakage. Now we will see some important industrial uses of chlorine. Chlorine is widely used in treating drinking water and swimming pool water as a disinfectant. It is also used to make hundreds of consumer products, from paper to paints and from textiles to insecticides. Chlorine is used to make PVC. It is also used as an oxidizing agent and in substitution reactions. It is also used to make chloroform and carbon tetrachloride. Now we will see what is the permissible limit up to which chlorine exposure is acceptable. Below 0.5 ppm, there is no any acute or chronic effect. 0.5 ppm is the 8-hour time weighted average TLV according to ACGIH. 1 ppm is the permissible exposure limit ceiling as per OSA. Also, 1 ppm is the short-term exposure limit, 15 minutes TLV according to ACGIH. In India, as per the Factories Act 1948, Schedule 2, 1 ppm is the time weighted average and 3 ppm is the short-term exposure limit. 430 ppm is lethal over 30 minutes and 1000 ppm is the fatal within minutes. In case of any kind of leakage of chlorine gas, following actions must be taken for identification and mitigation of chlorine gas, such as exact leakage point of chlorine can be detected by ammonia torch. Leakage should always be attended by using appropriate PPEs. Always approach the leak point against the air direction. In no case water to be sprayed on the chlorine leak. In case of large leak, absorb the chlorine in caustic solution or soda solution or lime solution scrubber. There are various routes through which the chlorine gas enters into the body, or we can say the body is exposed to chlorine gas. First one is inhalation, second one is skin contact, and third one is eye contact. We will see each of them one by one. In case of inhalation, 30 ppm of exposure leads to shortness of breath, chest pain, and possible vomiting. 40 to 60 ppm of exposure can lead to severe irritation of lungs and fluid collecting. Prolonged exposure above 50 ppm can lead to unconsciousness and possible death. 100 ppm may cause lethal dose. Average lethal dose concentration is 300 to 400 ppm for 30 minutes. As a safety measure, it is advised to move the victim to fresh air. Give artificial respiration if breathing has stopped. Give CPR if there is no pulse. Oxygen level to be monitored by trained professionals. If the situation gets worse, then seek medical attention immediately. Now, we will see the skin type exposure. In case of gaseous type exposure, itching will develop as acid is formed on the skin. In such case, it is recommended to flush the area with a continuous stream of water for 20 minutes and seek medical attention. Do not use ointments without medical direction. In case of liquid contact type exposure, liquid will boil to gas, drawing heat from skin and generating a gaseous exposure. Treat area for frostbite and chemical exposure with a continuous stream of water for 20 minutes and seek medical attention. Now coming to the next exposure type, which is eye contact. In this type of exposure, acid is produced in eyes which can cause blindness. It is recommended to flush eyes with running water for 20 minutes, holding eyes open. Do not transport victim until flushing has completed. In this module, we will see the health hazards caused due to exposure of chlorine gas. The health hazards depends upon the type of exposure and level of exposure. In the case of acute exposure at low levels, which means less than 5 ppm, following health effects can be seen, like lacrimation, that is tears in eyes, nose irritation, throat irritation, and excess salivation. In the case of acute exposure at high levels, that is more than 5 ppm, following health effects can be seen, like dyspnea, violent cough, nausea, vomiting, lightheadedness, chest pain, abdominal discomfort, and corneal burns. As per the chronic exposure at low levels, there may be case of chest pain, cough, sore throat, hemoptysis. As per the first aid measure, following actions must be taken, such as shift the affected person to open place, apply oxygen immediately, remove the contaminated clothing, plenty of water to be used for eye and skin washing, call a doctor if the victim is uncomfortable. As we have already discussed that leakage should always be attended by using appropriate PPEs. Some of those important PPEs are self-contained breathing apparatus, positive pressure hose mask, industrial canister type mask, and protective clothing. As per the safe practices, chlorine gas piping network must be installed with safety valve. Vent of safety valve must be connected with the caustic scrubber solution. Chlorine leakage detectors must be fitted in all the required places and directions. Installation of chlorine detector hooters, recording and monitoring of records must be done at regular intervals. Pipelines should be regularly checked for wall thickness and proper records should be maintained. Full cylinder should not be dropped to the ground below from the truck, but should be carefully rolled down or mechanically lifted, shifted and placed to the consumer point. On site, mock drills should be done quarterly Offside mock drill once in a year. Loaded cylinders should always be kept away from source of heat. Only the valve on the upper portion of a cylinder should be opened for taking chlorine into line, and in no case the lower valve should be opened. It is hazardous to return cylinder containing residual chlorine with damaged valves. Chlorine should be consumed within 15 days maximum from the date of delivery. As per the provision of Gas Cylinder Rule 1981, every organization possessing, storing, consuming liquid chlorine will have to obtain a specific license from the Department of Explosive, Government of India as per the schedule of the rule. I hope you have liked the session. If you have further more queries, you can mail me at venkatpatyr@gmail.com. Thank you.